And we're back with more SummerSlam rebookings. What's up, guys? It's me, it's the Ayo Elite Double X Prince, and I'm here to rebook SummerSlam 2000. Now, unlike 1995, this time I actually knew enough about who was and who wasn't in the roster, so it's great to know that. And I think if I would have booked SummerSlam 2000, I think it would be great. Now, SummerSlam 2000 wasn't bad. It was just, it could have been better. We could have had better matches, and overall, we could have had a much better show than what we got. And honestly, the main event, I mean, you guys already saw the picture of The Rock with a big X, because honestly, The Rock was an afterthought in this show. Even though he won, he could have had something great. So let's start off with King of the Ring. What would I do? King of the Ring, keep the exact same except for the main event. I mean, same main event, it's just different result. Have Triple H go over The Rock, because the main event, I believe, was it was The Rock, Undertaker, and Kane versus Triple H and the McMahons. The match I would actually have go Undertaker chases Shane all around the arena, so they're gone. Kane gets a little hurt. Rock is about to hit the people's elbow, and then Vince McMahon distracts The Rock, causing and makes Triple H still the WWF champion. That's basically the main story, and you kind of get a hint of some of the matches we're going to get. So, again, just like 1995, I kept some stuff the same. Like, example, I kept Eddie Guerrero and Chyna versus Venis and Trish Stratus. The only difference is that it's not for the Intercontinental Championship. It's just a regular old mixed tag team match, which in real life was actually kind of fun. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. So definitely keep that the same. Right to Censor, I would have them take on Too Cool. Same thing. Basically, Rikishi and Too Cool versus whoever was in the Right to Censor at the time. I forgot. I didn't know much the Right to Censor, but yeah, I would basically have that match again. So basically, so far I've done two of the same things. Same match, same result for both matches. But now we're getting to a lot different stuff. And first of all, I only have like 7 matches on this card. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 matches. Because less is more and more is less. I've always said that. I mean, the next match is for the Hardcore Championship. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. I kind of set it all up in what's it called, the King of the Ring. I kind of set that match already. And yeah, basically you have Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker for the Hardcore Championship. I know people want Steve Blackman versus Shane McMahon, and I enjoyed that match. I actually, not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed that match. But I think the story here would make a little bit more sense. Plus, if we were gonna have the American Badass gimmick at the time, I think it would make sense for The Undertaker to go for the Hardcore Championship, because it fits him. I mean, it doesn't look right him quite yet being a WWF champion. I think it's time for if The Undertaker is going to be American Badass, I think he needed to step down a bit before he goes back up to the big leagues. And I think the Hardcore Championship is the right belt for him. And you can still have that moment where Shane McMahon falls and lands on all those equipment. I mean, you can still have Undertaker come and then hit him with a kendo stick and he falls. And Undertaker hits like a elbow drop or something. Or hell, he could even do a choke slam for all I know. But yeah, I would have The Undertaker go over and just completely brutalize the Shane McMahon. Next match is another match that actually happened. This time I would have it for the Intercontinental Championship because it's the one that makes more sense. And it would give us more invested than the match that we got. But Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. So, so the story here, I would have basically Chris Benoit beats Chris Jericho at Backlash. Chris Jericho beats Chris Benoit Judgment Day 2000. And this is the rematch, 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental Championship. It made no sense why this wasn't for the Intercontinental Championship. So, put the IC belt on it and you get an even better match. You get more invested because of the IC belt on the line. So, and basically have the same match. And, yeah, I would have Chris Benoit go over because he feels more of an underdog to me than Jericho does. I think Jericho at this point, sooner rather than later, he was going to get moved up to be the biggest star ever. So, kudos for that. Next match, TLC, the first TLC match. Have the exact same match. Maybe make it go a little bit longer since I have less matches to deal with. Maybe go a little bit longer. And instead of Edge and Christian going over, I would actually have the Hardy Boys go over simply for the fact that the Hardys were gonna win, and anyways, they were gonna beat Edge and Christian multiple times overall, so it made no sense. I mean, the Dudleys could have done their own thing, and then yeah, it made no sense for Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys to have multiple matches if the Hardys just kept losing all the time. So this way it gives them more momentum to be winners. And yeah, I think the Hardy Boys winning. Plus, I think all 3 teams, they were the more underrated out of the 3. Like the ones that people had least time thinking that they were gonna win. So I think that would be great for the Hardy Boys. And yeah, it would easily be the match of the night. Next match, you might laugh at me, but I don't care. I'll have The Rock versus Vince McMahon in a steel cage match. Basically, The Rock got tired of Vince McMahon screwing over Vince McMahon screwing over The Rock. So The Rock just had enough. He's like, you know what? Let's go one-on-one on a steel cage. Unless if you're such a coward. Hell, you know what? Put your damn career on the line or something. Nah, not put your damn career on the line. Just like, basically, this match will just be a really nice squash of The Rock just beating the living hell out of Vince McMahon, and The Rock wins. But there's a story after this. I mean, Mick Foley was going to be the commissioner anyways. I don't know if he was the commissioner at this point, but if so, I would have Rock beat the crap out of Vince, and then Mick Foley takes over Raw by himself. And basically, from there, you could have some great stuff with Mick Foley. I mean, he was already a great commissioner at the time. Why not go all the way and give him more of a reason to be commissioner, not just because Linda said so? You know, the story is right there, I think. And it makes sense. Plus, Rock and Sock connection, anyone? So, there's that. Now, for the main event, it was obvious. Triple H, WWF Champion, versus Kurt Angle, Challenger. The story was written right there. And instead, what they did is have these two fight with The Rock in a triple threat match where The Rock, the WWF Champion at the time, felt so irrelevant. This way, it doesn't feel as irrelevant. Triple H busted his ass off to be the main event on his own. And Kurt Angle has done a lot to improve on his own. So, Kurt Angle, Triple H, one-on-one, it would be great. And plus, maybe, just maybe, this won't have a concussion going on. And let's make this anything goes. I mean, it's the WWE Championship. Make it a no-holds-barred match. Anything goes. And then, yeah, basically, I'll have Kurt Angle win. And that does making him the top babyface going on right now. I think Kurt Angle as a babyface would work. And just if you guys are curious, I would actually have Kurt Angle be the guy who ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because Rikishi makes absolutely no fucking sense. Kurt Angle made a lot of sense if he did it. So, basically, Kurt Angle has the fans, but then later you find out that he stabbed the back of all those that admired him. So, That will make a great storyline going down on the road. So that will be it. That's how I would book SummerSlam 2000. I know a lot of you guys like the original SummerSlam 2000, but I personally thought it was alright. This could have made it better. Anyways, it's me, the AO Lead Double X Prince. The next SummerSlam I will rebook actually happened way long ago. Let's say if you ain't the Nexus, you against us. Till then, I'm out.